Chapter 2 Formulas and Functions Part 2. Some common functions in Microsoft Excel. Now students, we are going to understand some common functions used in Microsoft Excel. Before going through, let us first understand what is a function. A function is simply a pre-designed formula to perform simple and complex calculations. A function has basically two parts, and it is always started with a equals to symbol. For example, the two parts of the function is name of the function, like here it is ABC, and the list of arguments. List of arguments are always given between a pair of parentheses, this round bracket. Arguments are those values on which the function performs its calculation. Let us understand different functions and their different operations. Sum function. This function is used for addition. Let us use it. First of all, place an equals to, then type the function name, open the parenthesis bracket and provide the arguments. For example, addition of 9, 7 and this 9. So this 9 is in B4, 7 is in C5 and this 9 is in D6. Type their addresses. B4. After every argument, if there are more arguments, we must place a comma first, then type the next argument value. Now you can see, as I type the arguments, actually they are the cell references B4, C5 and D6. The cells are highlighted in the sheet. It shows, the highlighting shows that we are typing the correct cell addresses. After completion of all the arguments, just close the parenthesis and press enter. 25. So the addition of 9, 7 and 9 is 25. You can see the formula in the formula bar. Product. This function is used for finding the multiplication results of its given arguments. For example, product B4, 6. You can give as many arguments in this function. I have given only two arguments, that is B4 and 6. B4 is having the value 9 in it, and the next argument is not a cell address, it is a constant, that is 6. So the value of B4, that is 9, will be multiplied by 6 and then it will display the result, that is 54. Next function is to find out the average. The name is average. We can find out the average of the provided arguments, like average B4 colon D5. In the argument, you can give a range also. Simply cell addresses or constants or ranges, any type of value you can provide here. The average of all these set of cells is 8. Max. It is a function to find out the maximum value from the given argument values. It returns that value which is greater than all the other argument values. Let's see. Max in the bracket B4 colon B8. You can see B4 to B8. These are the set of cells which I provided in this function argument list. Max B4 to B8, B4 to B8, and we can see 9 is greatest from all of them. Suppose if one value was 18, now you can see the function, the max function which we have applied here for the cell ranges B4 to B8, B4 to B8, 18 is the maximum value out of all the values. That is why 18 is displayed in the box. Minimum is just opposite of max function. It finds out the smallest value in the given list of arguments. Again, on the same set of cells, I am finding the minimum value. The answer should be 5. Let us check. Yes. So, this function returns the smallest value out of its given argument list. Today. This function returns the current date. To use it, write like equals to today and then empty parenthesis brackets. It will print the date according to the date of the system. Next function is sqrt. This function is used for finding out the square root value of its argument. It takes only one argument, that could be a cell address or any number. Suppose I am giving one argument, that is a cell address D9. There is no value in D9. D4. The D4 is having value 9. The square root of 9 is 3. We all know that. Let us check the function. What result it is giving? 3. So in this way we have find out the square root of 9, which is actually in the cell D4. And we can write it like equals to sqrt in the parenthesis D4. Only one argument this function takes. If you give more than one argument, it will give you an error message. Power. By using this function, you can calculate the power notations. This function takes two arguments. The first argument is the base value and the second argument is the power value. Let us use this function. First of all, type an equals to, then type power and give the first value, that is the number value, say 2, then comma, and then the second value, that is the power value, suppose 4. So now this function is going to find out 2 to the power 4, that is 16. Let's have another example. Equals to power 9 comma 2 or 9 comma 3 means 9 into 9 into 9 equals to 729. So in this way you can use the power functions to find the fast power results. Next function is very interesting function. Its name is Roman. It takes only one argument, that is either a cell address or a constant, but that argument should be of numeric type because this function converts the numeric value into the Roman value. For example, D4. You can see the value in D4 is 9. I have gave this reference as argument for this function. Let us see. It returns the Roman equivalent of 9. In the same way, any constant also you can provide into the argument, that is equals to Roman in the bracket 75, enter. The Roman equivalent of 75 is in the cell now. Mod function. This function is actually a division function which returns the remainder as the answer. This function takes two arguments. First is the number itself and second is the divisor. The number is divided by the divisor and then the obtained remainder is returned by this function. For example, mod 4 comma 2. It means 4 is going to be divided by 2 and the obtained remainder will be printed into the cell, that is 0. Let us take another example. Mod D4 comma D5. As I said that you have to provide two arguments. They could be either cell references or any constant values. Here I provided both the arguments as cell references. So D4 is having value 9 and D5 is having value 8. So when 9 will be divided by 8, the remainder will be 1. So students, in this way you can apply various functions to find out the calculations and results in a very faster way. I hope you have understood all the functions very clearly. The insert function command. My dear students, the insert function command is a very interesting feature of Microsoft Excel. It enables us to find an appropriate function for any particular operation. Suppose, for example, I want to find out the sum of all the marks obtained by A. The sum should be displayed here, but I don't know which function will do the work and how to use that function. No problem, the insert command function is there. To use the insert command function, you should refer to formulas menu. In the ribbon at the extreme left side, you will get the icon of insert function. The same icon you can see with the formula bar. Either click here or here. Now the insert function dialog box appears on the screen. Because I wanted to apply the addition process, so I must select a type of function from select a category button. The type of function is math and trig, because addition is related to maths. So we'll select maths. All the maths functions are now displayed in the list box below. You can find out your appropriate function which is required in the operation, that is the sum function. Select it and click on OK button. After then, another dialog box will appear, function arguments. This dialog box is asking you the values which you want to add. Click here and then select all the values which you want to use in the calculation. Now again click on the argument button. You can see the values you selected was actually in a range that is from B3 to F3. B3 colon F3, where colon represents a range. Now just click on OK button and your result is there. Again have a look if you want to add these three values together, or let's have a multiplication example. I want to multiply 5, 3 and 6, that is 5 into 3 into 6. I want the result here. So first of all I'll make this cell active cell, then we'll go to the insert function command button. The dialog box will appear. From there I will select the maths category, and for multiplication the function product is there. Select it, click on the argument button, click on 5, click on next argument button, that is 3, click on the third argument button, that is 6. Lastly click on OK button to get the result. You can see when you select the active cell, the formula is displayed in the formula bar. So in this way you can use insert function for your required calculation. If you don't know about the function, no problem, use the insert function command. Formula errors. My dear students, when you enter any wrong formula, then Microsoft Excel displays an error message. There are various types of error messages displayed by Excel. Let us know some of the common errors along with their possible reasons. Hash value error. The hash value error occurs when the formula contains invalid data. For example, let me show you. Suppose I want to add 9 and 7. So the cell address of 9 is B4 and 7 is C4. Let us type the formula is equals to now you're looking something like this is coming. This is hash error. When this error occur, it means that the column is not wide enough to show the message or the output. So if you widen the column, it will show you the actual value. The result which is displayed in the cell is actually a error message, hash value. Why this error message occurs? Because I have typed the formula B2 plus C4 and I wanted to add B4 and C4 because the value in B2 is not a numeric value, it is a character value. So the Excel is unable to decide how to add. So because the value is having the error, that's why we get the hash value error, which represents the cell address which we have provided contains invalid data. Hash name error. This error occurs if the formula is typed incorrectly. For example, if we want to add 9, 7, 9 and 1 all together, so we can use the sum function for because range is required. So I typed sum and then from B4 to E4, B4 colon E4, enter. We got hash name error. Why? Because during typing of the formula I written the spelling of sum incorrectly. So whenever there is an incorrection in the function or the formula, the hash name error occurs. Hash reference error. This error occurs when the formula refers to a cell that does not exist. Normally we delete many cells during the work. Suppose if we entered a formula which represents a cell which is deleted, means the cell whose reference is not available at that time, this error will occur. So whenever you encounter this error, you must understand that the cell references which you have used in the formula might not there in the sheet. The next is hash divide error. Hash divide by 0. Students, whenever you divide any value by 0, this error occurs. Suppose I am dividing 9 by 7. So is equals to B4 divided by, the formula should be C4, but by mistake I typed C3. C3, you can see there is no value. When there is no value in the cell, it means it is 0. It is empty, it means it is 0. So 9 is going to be divided by 0. Enter. Now you can see the same error occurs here, hash divided by 0, because the formula we entered B4 by C3 is not correct. According to the syntax it is correct, but logically it is not correct. 9 divided by 0, it becomes 9 divided by 0 because C3 has no values, so it will be treated as a 0 value cell. The next and the last type of error is hash error. In the beginning only, when we wanted to see the result of this formula, we encountered first the hash error, and that was because the column was not wide enough to show the value. So you can shift the column width to get the values obtained by the calculations. So this was all about the different types of errors you can encounter during work in Microsoft Excel. Cell references and its types. My dear students, let's understand the different types of cell references. There are two types of cell references: relative cell reference and absolute cell reference. In relative cell reference, the cell address is changed during the copy or moving of formulas. You can understand it by watching this example. Suppose here is the data of various students of any class, and they gave test of different subjects. This sheet is showing the various marks they obtained in various subject tests. Now the work is to find out the total. Let's put the formula for finding the total. The cells are B3, C3, D3, E3, F3. I hope you understand how to find out a cell address. A cell address is formed by joining the column name and the row numbers together. B3, C3. So let's type the formula here, is equals to B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3. Then press enter. We have get total of first student. Now let us find out the total of second student. Now here we have to type the same formula, only the difference is the values are in B4, C4, D4, E4 and F4. So in spite of writing the whole formula, that is B4 plus C4, E4, F4, we can copy the formula by making the first calculated cell as active cell and then put the mouse pointer on this fill handle and drag it up to where we want the same formula. Now what we are watching, that all the students have their total marks now. Students, when we drag the fill handle, the formula in the cell is copied into the next cell. Again it is copied to the next cell. In this way it is copied. And what happened during the copy? The formula, in the formula the cell addresses are changed automatically. B3 becomes B4. Here the B4 becomes B5, C5, D5. In the same manner B6. So it means when we copy or move the formula from one cell to another, the cell address is changed. This explains the relative referencing. Sometimes we don't want the cell addresses to be changed. In that situation, we required a special mechanism to make the cell values absolute. That special mechanism is placing a dollar symbol before the rows and column names. For example, let's see, we have to find out a discount value on this total price, but the discount value is same, that is 10%. Means for all these set of cells we have to find out the discount on 10% only. So here we required to make this cell value absolute. The address of this cell is D24. Let us type the formula. equals to 5000 is in B19 into D dollar 24. Press enter. Discount price is calculated for this cell B19. Let us copy the same formula for all the cells. All the discount price have been calculated. Let's see what happened. In the first cell, the formula was B19 into $D $24. Then when I copied it to the downward cells, the formula is B20 into $D $24. D24 remains same, but B19 converted to B20. Here the B19 reflects the relative referencing, because whenever we copied the formula to any cell, it changed B21, B22, but everywhere the D24 remains same. How? Simply by putting a dollar symbol before the column names or row numbers. This is how you can perform absolute referencing in your Excel operations. Students, let us understand the cell referencing of other sheets. Means using data from different sheets for calculation. Let's see how it is done. Suppose in sheet 1, in the cell A1, I typed 5. In sheet 2, in cell B1, I typed 5. And I want these two values to be added, and result I want in sheet 3. How to do this? Very easy. Just write the formula like type equals to, then give the sheet references like sheet 1 exclamation symbol and then cell address, that is A1. Write the operator, then give sheet reference of the another sheet exclamation and the particular cell address in which the data is. Now press enter. You can see both the values are added together and result 10 is printed on the third sheet. Understand the formula once again. First of all, type that sheet reference where the data is, then exclamation symbol, after then write the cell address. Put the operator, give another sheet reference, exclamation symbol and the cell reference. And this way you can call data from many sheets and calculate them together. I hope you have understood it. Students, you can also color the sheet tabs or rename the sheet tabs by right clicking onto the sheet tabs. This is the sheet tab showing 3 sheets. If you want to rename it or color it, right click here, select the tab color option and any particular color. If you want to rename the sheet, you can right click here, select the rename option and then type a name for it. In this way you can rename the sheets. Also, there are options to insert or delete the sheets. So in this way you can switch between different sheets according to the color and name specified to them. Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe.